Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about some Vanderpump Rules. I was being a little bitch earlier and complaining because I don't know what happened, you guys. I did not sleep well last night. Jason has been in Charleston since Sunday, and he's like kind of finishing packing things up and stuff, and he comes back tomorrow, which is so nice. But then I leave on Thursday, so it's like back and forth, back and forth. And it's so funny because so many people ask me, does Jason still really even exist? I'm like, what do you think? I took him in the backyard and hid the what? No. Yes, he exists. Anyways, we're back to talk about some Vanderpump Rules. So before we jump in, don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And yeah, smash that like button. Also, a huge thank you to all of you guys yesterday for Hot Messy Topics who helped us raise over $1,000. And I know a lot of people will say that doesn't seem like much for the California residents who have been impacted by the fires. It is. I've said this 5 million times. Every little bit counts. You guys can still go watch that Hot Messy Topics and donate if you would like. It's all just I don't see the money. We don't see the money. It all just goes immediately to the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation. So just to give you guys a heads up. But with that, let's get into this. Oi, 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 oi. So thank you to Reality Blurb. Faith Stowers is accusing Lisa Vanderpump of silencing her amid the alleged abusive treatment and racial slurs that she faced during her time on Vanderpump Rules. Now, months after filing a defamation lawsuit against Bravo, its parent company, NBC Universal, and the producers of Pump Rules, Evolution Media, the 35-year-old actress has accused Lisa of encouraging her to stay quiet about the behavior she experienced. This includes a dangerous incident that reportedly involved Lala Kent and a knife. Oy, oy, oy. In court documents filed on January 9th via My News LA, Faith recalled a fired co-star from the show shading her hair as nappy and using racial slurs against her on a loudspeaker. Now, this was likely Stassi Schroeder or Kristen Doty, is what they're saying, who were axed in 2020 after being accused of racist behavior against her, but they were not called out by name. So Lisa warned me that I would be terminated if I could not find a way to get along with Lala, my attacker. That's what she stated in her paperwork. Out of concern for my job security, I held my tongue and refrained from reporting the incident to law enforcement or disclosing it to media. Now, Faith is being represented by attorney Brian J. Friedman, who Bethany Frankel enlisted to help her push back against the treatment of reality stars and what has been deemed a reality reckoning. But in the court documents, Faith also named Bill Langworthy, the executive producer of Vanderpump Rules, and her cast, accusing him of downplaying Lala's alleged knife wielding. Now, according to Faith, Lala placed the weapon on her neck amid a season 4 dispute. He strongly implied that speaking out would come with a severe career ramifications. But following the incident, Faith shared that her contract was not renewed. Now, as Vanderpump Rules fans will recall, Faith joined the show in a recurring role in 2015 for season 4, but was demoted the following year. I received no compensation despite being treated like an employee under Evolution and NBC's complete direction and control, and remaining a central part of the plot. But in response to Evolution Media noting that she had signed agreements with all 3 parties named in her lawsuit, Faith said that the documents were signed without a lawyer. She also claimed that's not... Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. And I know that's an ignorance thing because you don't know what you don't know until you learn it. For her, Evolution and NBC is saying, you signed these contracts. You got paid a little. You signed the contracts. You're the one who signed them. You knew what the situation was. You knew what the deal was. You have to sign it before you go on. Now, it was up to you to retain a lawyer. If you couldn't afford one, the different thing, you then read that contract as best as you can. Bethany Frankel, she went through her contract, her first contract, I believe, without an attorney. That's where the Bethany clause came from. She negotiated her whole contract. She read through every single word. Yes, it's easier. Should you have a lawyer? Probably. Should you have an entertainment lawyer? Yes. Do they cost money? Yes. But you can't say, oh, well, yes, I signed these contracts, but like I didn't have a lawyer. Girl, whose fault is that? Like for any of them, for any Bravo talent, I don't care if it's Lala, Sheena, Stassi, Tom, Faith, Brittany, Jax, Peter, Bethany, Ramona, Nene. If you don't bring an attorney when you know you're signing a contract or ask an attorney to go over your contract, then you find out that that contract was not in your favor because you didn't do your due diligence. That is a you problem. Very much so. You can't be smart and stupid at the same time. You just can't. And you can't use it. I agree with other things like somebody's holding a knife to your throat. Yeah, and then the network's trying to shut you up. That's garbage. That's absolute garbage. Lala should have been fired if that is true, especially if they have that on tape. She should have been fired. If somebody is coming over a megaphone and using slurs against her, fired. If somebody puts their hands on you, fired. All of those should be fireable offenses. But instead, they wanted to protect the realm in order to keep the show going because the show was doing really well. They did that for several male castmates on Vanderpump Rules as well. Doesn't make it right, but that's just the belly of the beast that you're entering in. And you know, like it's a dirty world. Doesn't make it okay. It just is what it is. Now, moving on. So, it's just like, I don't know. Now, again, in response to Evolution Media noting that she had signed agreements with all three parties named in her lawsuit, she did say she signed without a lawyer, and she also claimed that she didn't have the means to understand or negotiate their contents. When racial inequities rocketed into the public consciousness following George Floyd's murder, NBC and Evolution started facing backlash for their mistreatment of faith. And in an astonishingly cynical act of performative allyship, they belatedly terminated several cast members for behavior that they had long known about. And at no point did they ever reach out to Faith herself. But in the latest developments on the case, it had been reported that the defendants are requesting that Judge Thomas D. Long order that an arbitrator decide upon Faith's claims about her contract instead of a jury. Meanwhile, Faith's attorneys have filed documents stating that they are against the arbitration motion. Oi, okay. Moving on. So I wanted to share this with you guys because a source is now sharing an update on James Kennedy and Ali Luber a month after his arrest. Yeah. This is what they said. James and girlfriend Ali Luber are still living apart, but have not broken up. James has been super focused on self-improvement and his sobriety and doing well, and he's been attending a schedule of meetings and support and taking it very seriously. He's also been in the studio making music, working out, and spending time with good friends and his dog, and he's optimistic about the new year and really emphasizing his health and wellness. Okay. Well, I already showed you guys yesterday what it looked like for him or for her. She's still doing her reading. She's telling us what the new year looks like. Ali looks like $1 million. She's so cute. She is the sweetest. And if James really is doing the work, then I think that's amazing. Good for you. Whether it's AA, rehab, anger management, you know, like knowing and identifying that there is an issue or having somebody else do it, but also taking control and doing something about it is very important. And a lot of people forget that these things, some of the things that people are battling with, anger, alcoholism, other abuses of any kind, a lot of it is disease. But this is how Ali spent her birthday with Sheena and her sister Courtney and little baby Summer Moon. So it looks like she was in good hands. I want to hear what you guys think, though. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.